How do you feel when you see these kind of headlines?
Oh, I think it's awful, Charles. And I talk about this precise point in my book. Ultimately, the establishment are going to be hostile towards Bitcoin because they can't control it. Bitcoin is decentralized by nature, it's censorship resistant, and of course, there's no CEO that can control it. This means if we were to live on this Bitcoin standard, where people are trading goods and services in Bitcoin, then it's actually going to dismantle the current system as we know it. And why would they allow that? They obviously wouldn't, because those who control the money control everything. And right now, those who do control the money are having a great time. The system that we have is serving those at the top the most. They can print as much money as they like. They can increase taxes to help pay for the debasement of the currency. So ultimately, why would they want to change a system which is serving them so well?
Right.
Well, the US is absolutely dragging its feet, and I think it's doing this because of the dollar's position. The dollar right now is the world's reserve currency. On a good year before COVID, inflation is just under 2%, which is pretty good compared to the rest of the world. And so we have to understand that. I mean, you use the words, Bitcoin does pose an existential threat to the current system. And so the US is trying to figure out whether, number one, Bitcoin is a fad, because if it is a fad, there's no point adopting it and potentially risking the dollar's position. But the reason they're dragging their feet is because they're trying to find out if it's not a fad, then we really need to get in on this ASAP. And so they don't want to be left behind. And I think we're getting to a point where those at the top are realizing that Australia has its spot ETF, Canada has its spot ETF, and the US really doesn't want to be left behind.